girls. Today we're going to be learning about capacity and the word precision, which we'll talk about in a second. The first thing I want to talk about though is the rules for the rice bucket. First of all, you can see on the outside of the bucket there are 0 pieces of rice, and that's how it should be when you leave the rice center. So when you're measuring, you just make sure that you're not having the rice over here and on the floor. That would be very, very disrespectful to our custodians. So make sure that the rice stays inside the bucket. All right, that being said, we're going to talk about the word precision. When you're doing math, you need to be very precise. So that means that when I'm measuring with this tool right here, I'm going to make sure it's filled to the top and there's nothing spilling over. Do you guys see that, how it's filled up exactly to the top? So let's see one that's not precise. Look at that one. That one's not all the way to the top, right? So when you're being precise, it's all the way to the very top. I can show you on this one too. Like, look at that one. That one has too much rice. You have to brush it off so that it's just to the top of the container. That's being precise. Okay, here we go. What you're going to be using is this little container right here, this little cylinder. And your teacher might have different materials for you to measure, but we're going to do these materials that we have in our bucket today. Okay, so what we want you to do is think about which container do you think would hold the most, and which container do you think would hold the least. Okay, so to do that, you need to use your cylinder to measure with precision. So I'm going to fill it up and dump them in one at a time. So 1, 2, 3, and you're going to keep going until you're at the very, very, very top. So it'll look like this when you're all done. Okay, so you're going to count how many that was. Then you're going to dump that out and you're going to try a different container. Do you think this one will hold more or less? Which has the largest capacity, the greatest capacity? So you do the same thing. Make sure you get all the way to the top. Be precise. Pour it in. And when you're all done measuring and figuring out which container has the most capacity, then you can have fun just measuring with the rice and seeing what different things have. All right, have fun.